And finally, clashes have broken out between Haitian police and protesters at an anti-government demo in Port-au-Prince. Police used water cannons to disperse protesters who were denouncing the early installation of Parliament. The demo was staged after 92 deputies took the oath of office and 24 lawmakers were sworn in on Sunday and on Monday. Protesters argued that the move is illegal as the electoral process has not been completed. 26 deputies and 6 senators still need to be elected. Lajos Sazdi, a political commentator from San Juan, joins us. Let's see, what are they exactly protesting there in Haiti? They're saying that the installation of Parliament is too early. Are they right?
What happens is that it seems that not all the deputies that have to be elected for the Chamber of Deputies, that there were elections, legislative elections, and it has 119 deputies that have to be elected every time that there are these legislative elections. But there is some amount, as you mentioned, around 20, I believe, or 26, that still have to be elected. Others have been sworn in, over 90. But there are still a few, perhaps over 20 that have to be elected, and the protests have to deal with that by the fact that there is a lot of lack of confidence, a lack of trust on the part of many Haitians, that they suspect that there is foul play, that for example, in the first round of the presidential elections held on October 25th of last year, that there was fraud. There were 54 candidates. There was an electoral commission appointed by the president of Haiti, Michel Martelly, because of the protests, and they discovered, or they determined, that there were some irregularities in the first runoff of the presidential elections last year, but that still the results should be accepted. 33%. That was for the presidential first runoff elections of last year for the candidate favored by Martelly, which is Jovenel Moise, who got 33%. And then the opposition candidate, Jude Celestine, he got like 25%. So I suppose that the protests have to deal with the upcoming second round of the presidential elections, which are scheduled for January 17. They should have been held on December 25th or 27th, but because of the lack of trust from many Haitians that didn't trust the first round of the presidential elections, they decided to investigate. The president of Haiti appointed, as I say, that commission, and they determined that there were irregularities, but not enough to cancel the first results. So these protests are, we can say, are part of that general sense of lack of confidence, of trust in the political process, even though Haiti is living through, we could say, a successful democratic election since democracy was introduced in 1990. Last year, they celebrated 25 years of democracy in Haiti. And many people are distrustful, but we have to understand that Haiti is the poorest country in the Americas. It's one of the poorest in the world. According to the World Bank, around 59% of the population are beyond the national poverty line, earning $2.42 per day. And in addition, out of a population of 10.4 million, 22.5 million people live below the extreme poverty line, earning $1.23. And the earthquake of 2010, January 2010, killed 250,000 people of this very poor country and produced a contraction of the national GDP of 5.3% in Haiti. So I would say that the protests are in part the result of the frustration of the people that they don't see quick results. But according to the World Bank, there have been some modest improvements in health, education, but they need a higher economic growth, to try to leave this dire situation of poverty in which the country lives.
Thank you for that. Political commentator Lajos Sazdi there, talking to us there from San Juan.